Hey everyone, my name is Mitesh Chalapa from Bibliomaniac Cinephile, and today I'm very excited to shoot this video because this is my very first book haul. So what is a book haul? Book haul is me buying a lot of books at once and showing it to you all. So today I have 7 books for you, and a book fell down, and let's get into them one by one, shall we? So the first book that we are going to see today is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. As we all know that Stephen King is the master of horror, and I am guilty to say that I have only read 2 of his books even after being a fan of horrors and thrillers. So the other 2 books being The Outsider and the classic The Shining. So I'm very much interested to get into this book. As you can see, the cover itself is quite scary, and what is written here is sometimes dead is better. So Pet Sematary revolves around a family that has recently moved into their new, or I should say, a old house in the meadows and hills of Maine. There are only 2 problems. One, a road in front of their house where big trucks go in full throttle with loud noises. And on the back of their house there is a path which leads to the woods. And in those woods there is a burial ground for pets. And it is said that over the years children used to play dares among themselves to see who would visit the woods in the night, who would visit the burial ground in the night, and it is said that it's risky business. When it comes to Stephen King's Pet Sematary, I have done my best to not watch the movie, not even the trailers. I have done all my best to not even hear what is it about. All I have done is just after buying the book, I have read what is on the back of the cover, and that's it. Because I just want to go into this book blind, except for the fact that I've read the back cover so that I could tell you what it is about. And for the most part, I do know that it has something to do with a cat, because obviously I have seen posters, I can't avoid those. So there has always been a cat in the poster. So I'm very much interested about this book, and obviously let's go back to the title again that says Pet Sematary, sometimes dead is better. The next 2 books that I have for you are part of the same series, and those books are Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code. The Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code and a few other books are from the Robert Langdon series by Dan Brown. Mr. Robert Langdon is a professor of history, art and symbology at Harvard University. Mr. Robert Langdon is pulled into a lot of stories, or I should say a lot of world-threatening plots in which he has to solve ancient symbols and languages to uncover criminal plots and save the world. Yeah. As it says on the back of the cover, in a breathtaking race against time, Harvard professor Robert Langdon must decipher a labyrinth trail of ancient symbols if he is to defeat those responsible. So I know that a lot of people have already watched the film adaptation starring Tom Hanks, and I love that series. I'm pretty sure not everybody would have understood every other thing that was shown in the movie. Be it the history, be it the ancient symbols, be it the deciphering methods, whatever it is, or the whole plot itself. So, and that was a long time ago, quite a lot of time ago. I'm pretty sure that if I go into the series again reading the books, I will be very much excited and surprised at every point in time. Next up I have for you is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. This book has been known as one of the most loved book by Agatha Christie. So 10 strangers have been invited over a weekend at a private island by a millionaire, but when they reach there, the millionaire is nowhere to be found. But there is one thing that is common among these strangers, is that each one of them has a wicked past, which they are not ready to reveal. The another thing that is common is that each one of them has been marked for murder. There is a famous nursery rhyme hung on the walls of every room. As the murders begin, what they realize is that the murders are taking place just as how it has been mentioned in the nursery rhyme. So I am very excited for this book, as I have only read one another book from Agatha Christie, which is The Mysterious Affairs at Styles, which is the first book of Hercule Poirot. Now I'm very much interested into getting into this book, and I'm pretty sure I will love it. The next book that I have for you is a thriller called The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. It says, when Jane, a broke dog walker newly arrived in town, meets Eddie Rochester, she can't believe her luck. Eddie is handsome, rich, and lives alone in a beautiful mansion since the tragic death of his beautiful wife a year ago. Eddie can give Jane everything she's always wanted: stability, acceptance, and a picture perfect life. But what Jane doesn't know is that Eddie is keeping a secret, a big secret. And when the truth comes out, the consequences could be deadly. Now, it is obvious that there is a wife upstairs, as the title says, so probably that is the big secret. Let's hope that is the case, or I would be branded as a big fool. But I'm confident that is the big secret, it would be. And it says, you never know what secrets are hiding behind closed doors. I have read mixed reviews on Goodreads, but something about this book really tempted me, and I thought this was a calling for me to read the book. So I have not much to say about it. I'll make a video on it once I am done reading it. The next book that I have for you is Watching You by Lisa Jewell. So it goes as such. You are back home after 4 years of working abroad. You are keen to find a place of your own, but now you are crashing in your big brother's spare room. And then you meet the man next door. He's the head teacher at the local school, twice your age, but extraordinarily attractive. You find yourself watching him all the time. You never dreamed that your innocent crush might become a deadly obsession, or that someone is watching you. Ooh. Now this book has got that creepy stalker vibes, and I love such books because there are always some unexpected turns to these books, and I'm always dying for those. But there is something else that is actually making me quite excited. That the end where we read it says, or that someone is watching you. From what I have read so far, it was giving me the vibe that the main character is the one watching that headmaster, but it seems maybe someone is watching you. So that's quite interesting, quite intriguing, quite exciting. I'm very much curious. Now I'll shut up. That's it. And the last book that I have for you is Supernova by Marissa Meyer. So Supernova is the third and final installment of the Renegade series. The first book being Renegades, the second being Arch Enemies, and the third one being Supernova itself. So rather than talking about Supernova, I should talk about the Renegade series overall. So the Renegade series is a sci-fi fantasy series, trilogy I should say, and the world of Renegades has been divided into two factions. The first faction being the Renegades themselves, who are a syndicate of prodigies, that is humans with extraordinary abilities, who are living and breathing for the greater good of the society, as they are seen as the champions of justice and acting as a ray of hope. The second faction being villains. Now I don't think I have to explain about the villains because they are villains. So if there is a hero side, there is a villain side. Our main character, Nova, is on a mission of vengeance against the Renegades, as she belongs to the villain side. But in the process, she meets a boy named Adrian, a renegade boy who believes in justice. But Nova's allegiance is to the villains who have the power to end them both. So that's it for today's video. This was my very first book haul. I have no clue if I have done justice to this video or justice to the books, but I am trying my best. So let me know if you like this video by telling us your opinions in the comment section below. If you liked it, click on that like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Bibliomaniac Cinephile and click on that bell icon so that you will be notified every time we upload a new video. So I'll catch you in another video. Till then, bye bye.